Hi, I'm Leanne Golan with providencecoaching.com. I have a friend or two, maybe more than that, who are looking for the perfect mate. And when I ask them, how are you going to know him when you see him? Often the answers vary, but it comes down to they figure that they'll know him when they see him. But my advice to them is always, once you know your purpose and your calling first, then you'll know who fits into that picture and who doesn't. Well, the same goes for activities, ministries, and other things in our lives as well, because if they don't fit into the picture of God's plan for our life, you may not know it for quite some time. In fact, you could be on a wrong road for a long, long, long time before you realize, as you're coming into a new season, this hasn't been profiting me the way that I hoped it had, or it hasn't been taking me in the direction that I wanted it to. So what I want you to look at is, instead of making it just another to-do list, I want you to make a not to-do list. Now, I've blogged before about this and others have blogged about it, but it's really important to know who and what are on your not to-do list, because again, these things are going to distract you and hinder you in the purpose and plan of God for your life. So what you should really be looking at as a criteria is, are these things taking me further away from God, or are they bringing me closer to God? Now that applies to people and activities, including what we call ministry. So that you can be involved in lots of volunteer work thinking you're in the will of God, only to find out later, guess what? This is something I really didn't need to be doing, and it was not profiting me or bringing me closer to the plan and purpose of God for my life. So in that to-do and not to-do list, I want you to really evaluate all of the people in your life and all of the activities that you're involved in. Now, some things might have worked great for a season past, and you might be sensing a little bit of frustration, which I call divine frustration. And that's a time to look at some of these things and really assess and evaluate and pray and ask God for direction as to whether this is something you need to continue in your life for this next season. So it's a really good practice to do that every once in a while, at least once a year, maybe a couple of times a year is even better. So I tend to evaluate myself on an ongoing basis, but whatever works for you is good. So make that not to-do list. I want you to really, really prayerfully do this, and let me know how you make out with the results. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends, your family, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment on the blog, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks, and keep moving forward.